2023 is finally coming to an end. We can discuss what this year has been all about. And for me, there's been one constant, one noticeable thing that was just prevalent throughout the year, and that was a variety, a constant influx of gory and long revenge manga. The kind that usually starts off strong, like they have a very good plot point and it really reels you in, but then it keeps going on for so long that it kind of divulges into a torture porn-like mess, or it just becomes all about ecchi and you forget what the plot really was because the main character's just banging everybody, even though you just before were killing everybody. And it's usually when it gets to that point, I drop it, which sucks because I love revenge manga. It is a tag that one of the most tags I often look for. And my favorite type of revenge is the ones with feminine rage, where the main character is a woman and she just does the most unhinged shit and you just like, yes girl, slay, kill that motherfucking guy. And what I super duper adore with revenge with feminine rage is MILFs. Mothers getting revenge in any type of fiction, it's always gonna be good, because when you think of a mom, you think of just very sweet, nice, you know, just someone who's responsible and a caregiver. And so when you kind of take that and turn them into just a very unhinged murderer, that's the best. So when I came across a manga that had a MILF on the cover and then I found out it was a revenge manga, say less. I just picked it up and I knew from the get-go I'm doing a video on it. And that manga is called Maria no Danzai. There's grotesque gore, there's thorough revenge, but most importantly, there's a MILF whose booty won't stop. Also, she won't stop killing people for revenge too. And you kind of get that image right away in your head when you start to read the first few chapters of the book. Actually, I'd even say the first page, because you know what you're signing up for right away. But before we continue, I would like to give thanks to today's sponsor, Sakura Co. Sakura Co is a monthly Japanese snack box that works with local Japanese snack makers to make authentic and delicious treats. Each box has not only snacks, but teas as well as special tableware. Every month, the box has its own unique theme. And this month's theme is New Year's in Hiroshima. Each box has its own unique booklet that talks about each snack inside of it, as well as Japanese history. It also tells you about any potential allergies within the snacks. Now, there are quite a bit of snacks to choose from in here, but I am going to try the Miyajima Cocoa Cookie. And I'm going to be having it with this month's tea, Azuki Tea. Ooh. Okay, let's try this bad boy. It tastes like a chocolate fortune cookie, but better. You yourself can try these delicious treats. All you have to do is go to the Sakura Co link in my description. And hey, use coupon code Sydsnap and get $5 off your first order. Experience Japan from the comfort of your own home through Sakura Co Snack Box. Thank you guys again, and now back to the video. The plotline to Maria no Danzai starts with a mother named Maria, who has a teenage son who just started middle school. And her son is named Kiri. Now, Kiri to his mother Maria seems like a very typical happy teenager who's just happy to be in school, has lots of friends, is popular. But in reality, Kiri is getting absolutely pummeled the moment he gets to school. He is severely bullied. And he's being targeted and bullied by a specific group of delinquents. The leader of this delinquent group is a psychopath named Nozomu. Now, Nozomu really likes to torture people. He is a sadistic bastard. You can never really tell what he's thinking behind those eyes of him, but you know it's not good. Now, Nozomu and this group, they adore beating the shit out of Kiri, okay? They torture the shit out of this kid. He will go to school and right away, it is just instant physical assault. Until one day, the bullies take things a little too far, just a tad, and they send Kiri a deep fake video that they made of his mom banging an ugly bastard. Very specific. And along with that video, they said, if you don't want this video to be sent to everybody in school, then meet us by this cliff. And Kiri, of course, not wanting anybody to see this video of his mom, even though it's fake, starts running to meet them at this cliff. And they said once he gets to the cliff that if he jumps to the bottom of this cliff and lives, then they won't send the video to anybody. And so him just being like, oh, I want my mom to still remain like pure to everybody's eyes, he fucking does it. He jumps off this cliff. And he not only jumps off this cliff, he jumps off feet first. So his legs get fucked up, but he actually surprisingly does live. Now his mom has a tracker on his phone, notices that he is gone and was wondering where he was, decides to follow him, and she sees that he is on the road. And unfortunately, she also sees when Truck Kun decides to give a little hospital visit and runs him over and instantly kills him and just kind of obliterates his body and everything. Now she starts freaking the fuck out. The bullies start freaking the fuck out, being like, oh my god, how did this happen? Not like they asked him to jump off a cliff. I don't know what, okay? And there's this graphic scene of Maria just picking up her son's intestines that are on the ground, and it's very graphic. And for the longest time, Maria just thought he committed suicide. However, one day when she was cleaning up his room, she came across his diary. And in his diary, he depicted everything the bullies have ever done to him. They were taking videos of him naked. They would make him eat bugs. They would kill beloved pets in front of him. They put him through hell. And Maria, feeling dejected that she never even noticed this, that she couldn't even tell her own son was going through this, felt initially very upset with herself, but then incredibly angry. She wanted revenge against the bullies that put her son through hell. And we don't really know yet if she knows that the bullies kind of made him jump, or if she thinks that the bullies bullied him so much that he jumped on his own volition. But we do know she's not fucking holding back. She is furious. 2 years later, we find out Maria got head-to-toe plastic surgery on all over her body. She is not recognizable to anybody anymore. And she begins to start working at a high school. The high school that all of the bullies now attend. And she's ready to duel out revenge, all right? When I first read the first chapter of this, it reminded me of another manga that just came out this year, or maybe last year, called Jujika no Rokunin, which does have like that same plot scenario, but it's actually two brothers. However, just because they share the same plot, the similarities end right there. Because Maria, she brings a certain fashion to her revenge. When they say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, they were talking about this bitch. Because in most revenge manga, we just see the lead kind of slowly trail after a character, trying to lure them to a certain spot and kill them. Sometimes they'll do a little light torture, maybe chop off an arm and leg before they kill them, but then it's just kind of over, it's quick. Maria takes that and does it times a million, okay? She picks one of them. She's doing one by one each, okay? It's hard to do a group, let's be honest. And she will slowly start tearing apart their personal lives. For instance, there's one character that was known for taking upskirt photos of girls as well as assaulting like a singular girl and selling those videos online. Now, what does Maria do? She somehow hacks into that guy's phone and records him jacking off. She sends the video to him the next day and it's like, hey, if you don't pay me 3 million yen, which is like $30,000, then I'm going to send this to everybody in school. And this kid's freaking the fuck out, trying to figure out who it is that could be doing this. And he decides that the girl who he's always beating up and like selling the videos of online must be the one who's blackmailing him and did this. So he decides to bring her to a private place and tries like drowning her to make her confess to it. But before he can kill the girl, Maria comes in and abducts him and saves the day, only to torture him to death. But before seeing his torturous death, I have to say it is the anxiety-driven stupor of watching this character just reeling, freaking out that adds that satisfaction. You're seeing them like they thought they were all powerful, and now you're seeing them crawl on the ground scared that their life is going to be over, and it's seeing that just adds that little topping. Because the actual murder, the actual torturous death that they face, now that's the tantalizing shit. She does some Saw-like shit, okay? Like tying up a guy, putting him in a massive cylinder of water that's slowly filling up and watching him slowly drown. But to each and every single one of the people that she's getting revenge against, she gives them a chance. She wants them to feel hope. She wants them to feel like there's a chance to escape. And when they don't in the end, it is because of how awful they are. She wants them to look at themselves and be like, if I was only a slightly better person, maybe I would have escaped and got to live. And dying in despair knowing that there was a chance to survive is kind of brutal. Now I want to talk about the art for a minute because it captures Maria's agony so well. On a daily basis, she is thinking about revenge, but sometimes she will see something that reminds her of her son, of past memories when they were happy and he was there and life was better, and she will just break. And you could see it in her face. She doesn't even need to cry or yell. You just see her character deflate. It also captures her cold demeanor so well as she's methodically thinking of how to destroy these bullies' lives. You can see in her eyes there is nothing there. She is just completely empty. She has been through hell and back. She is exhausted and she has nothing to lose. And just that small detail to add to her makes her feel so human. It creates such an impact. Maria is also a character that, even though we see her feel these things, we don't know much about her. We know that she had a son named Kiri, and she's very passionate about revenge. But besides that, we don't really know much else. She's a dark and frosty woman, which just makes her so much more badass. We love a girl who does mass murdering and doesn't even blink. Oh my god, Poppy, slay! She means business, and bae, she's not gonna stop until she's fucking done, okay? And also, just saying, I love the classics. Can't get enough of them. So seeing her have the typical anime MILF body while she's just strutting down the street, stabbing, going across, doing whatever she wants, love it, giving me butterflies. I feel like throwing up just thinking about it out of pure joy. One small thing I noticed that I really like about the manga as well, this is just me saying now, I really like that the author and artist, I think they must have mutually both decided that they want Maria to come off as sort of a saint. She's dueling out punishment against a sinner, and if a sinner can't fix themselves and change, then she'll do out the punishment that she feels is right. The art that they give her also is something that makes her look like a holy being, like she's always covered in like a bright hue, sort of like the Virgin Mary, which is also why I believe she's called Maria. There's not much gore, but when there is, it's pretty detailed. Like obviously when the son gets hit by the car and his intestines are kind of all over the place, but most of the deaths are quite tame in terms of that. Now the writing and progression isn't exactly Kafka, okay? It is not the most well-written manga I've ever read. Like, I mean, kids start going missing in this school one by one, and nobody's gonna like talk about it or notice it except the group of bullies that's going missing. After this lady starts working at the school, like nobody's putting that together. Even the bullies don't. And also another thing, I know she got full body plastic surgery, but after she was done, she came to the same town and nobody puts together that she's the old previous person that she, like, you know, that she was his kid's mom. She had no friends, no family, no neighbors, no nothing that noticed or like put it together. It's really hard to change your identity. There have been plenty of people who've tried using plastic surgery to change their appearance, but they always get found out. And maybe I'm putting too much realism into this. Maybe I trying to make this a bit more realistic than I can. But when I'm seeing these and I see kind of like big plot points kind of pop out like that, it kind of pulls you out of it. And maybe this will change once I read more, but the chapter release for this manga is very, very slow. This manga did just come out this year, so it is fairly new. And in these 16 chapters, it does kind of show you a good way of where this manga is going, and I like it. However, I am hoping to hope it stays that way. I am hoping, because I have to go through another revenge manga where there's a sudden twist that the government's involved, and then out of nowhere, a cult suddenly blows through. I am gonna like fucking lose my shit, okay? I just want a black and white revenge story, okay? I just want from A to B, that's it. I just want her to get revenge. I just want her to kill these fucking bullies, and then it's just, I don't know, go start going ape shit and killing a bunch of other people. I don't give a shit. That's all I want. Do not make it 100+ chapters. We can find, you could do the whole story easily and just like a lot less than that. We do not need a twist. Please don't add random storylines, please. Because I can't take another one. Right now, that's what it looks like. It looks like it's just gonna be linear. I'm hoping to God it just stays linear. That's always how they begin. So I can't be for sure. Only 16 chapters, but Lord, fucking please. Now, it is a dark read, but it is very, very straightforward. I find it funny that it is called psychological in the tags. And yes, I do know that she does methodically go through the, you know, destroy these, like, the bullies' lives. But when I think of psychological, I think of a manga where I have to think. And I definitely was not thinking when I read this. It is not the kind of turn off your brain and just read manga, but it's the kind where it doesn't, you're not gonna be doing like much of thinking. But I love that. I do enjoy it. Seeing this MILF destroy these bullies' lives and then end up killing them is something you don't see it often in revenge manga anymore. Usually it's become much more convoluted. Annoying things get in the way of them getting revenge or doing what they want to do. It just pisses you off. Like in the end, like it's just more of like, can you just like kill them already? I love how black and white this all is. I love that it is going exactly where you think it is. And I don't want anything else, okay? Is I the only one? It isn't edgy. It's not trying to be overtly sexual. And just that alone, it makes such a difference in manga nowadays. Right now, it is sticking to its original plot, and just for that alone, I love it. This is a series I'm going to be keeping up with for as long as I can. Every single time a chapter is released, my heart skips a beat. I get happy throughout the day. I just hope it stays that way. It is a dark read, but it is so satisfying. The art's amazing. It adds that really good taste of dark atmosphere towards everything. And why would you deny yourself a murdering MILF? Hello? So my recommendation is go read it, guys. It is a great manga nonetheless. No matter, you know, even if it has its faults, every manga does, you won't regret it. Either way, thank you guys for watching this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are thinking about supporting this channel, then please check out my Patreon link in the description. Thank you guys again, and bye!